You ever get to the end of the day and wonder where the time went? You weren't slacking, you were on all day, but somehow nothing's really done. No momentum, no clarity, just mental clutter, and another full to-do list tomorrow. I've been there more times than I can count, but what if I told you the answer isn't more hustle, but a smarter rhythm? In this episode, I'm walking you through the daily workflow that finally helped me ditch burnout and actually feel good about how I spend my time. If you're tired of busy days that lead nowhere, this one's for you. Ever end your day wondering what you actually accomplished? You were busy, you barely had time to breathe, but somehow nothing feels complete. That's how it started for me, day after day. I'd work from sunup to sundown, answering client emails, tweaking social posts, diving into edits here and there, but I'd still feel behind. I kept thinking I just needed to try harder, work longer, hustle more, but what I really needed wasn't more energy. It was direction. This is the daily workflow I wish I had when I first started my photography business. If you're a creative, especially a solo business owner, this might save you from years of exhaustion and spinning your wheels. I'm walking you through why so many creatives waste their days without realizing it, what never worked for me, no matter how many planners I bought. The exact structure I follow now to keep my business and brain on track, and a real look into how energy-based systems help me do more with less chaos. Let's start with a truth a lot of people won't say out loud. Most photographers waste their days not because they're lazy, but because they're reactive. From the second we open our inbox, our day belongs to everyone else. A client asks about rescheduling, so we reply immediately. A new inquiry pops in, so we start mentally prepping their shoot. You get an Instagram DM about pricing, so you stop editing to respond. One task bleeds into the next, and before you know it, it's dinner time and you haven't made a dent in your actual work. You were busy? Yes, but not necessarily effective. There's also a dangerous myth in the creative world that routines kill inspiration. That structure equals rigidity, that the best ideas only come when you follow your feelings. But the truth is, creative chaos isn't freedom. It's burnout in disguise. When your brain is constantly shifting between logistics and creativity, between editing and client care and marketing and admin, it never gets to truly focus. And you lose both energy and joy in the process. Here's what finally clicked for me. I didn't need a tighter schedule. I needed a workflow that matched my brain. Not someone else's perfect morning routine or 5 a.m. wake-up call, but something that let me breathe and work. I needed systems that felt like scaffolding, not cages. Let me tell you about a Tuesday early in my business. I had 4 editing deadlines, 1 new client inquiry, a senior session that evening, and a plan to update my website. Instead, I woke up, scrolled Instagram for 45 minutes, replied to a few emails, then dove into editing. Halfway through, I saw a new DM asking for headshot pricing. So I stopped editing, opened my price guide, and spent the next hour redesigning it. Then I realized I hadn't eaten lunch, ran to the kitchen, came back to 3 emails about the same mini session, and felt completely unglued. It wasn't that I didn't work that day. I did. But my attention was fractured. Nothing felt complete. And I went to bed drained and full of doubt. Early on, I chased every app and tool that promised better productivity. I downloaded ClickUp, Trello, Notion, you name it. I filled in beautiful templates and tried every color-coded planner I could find. But it didn't stick. The tools weren't the problem. It was the lack of rhythm. I had no process to plug those tools into. And without a process, even the best software is just a shiny distraction. What finally started to work wasn't a platform. It was a pattern. I began structuring my days around my energy. Not around someone else's model of productivity, but around when I do my best work. For me, that means easing into the morning. I don't take calls or book sessions before 10 a.m. if I can help it. Instead, I use that time to review my day, send important emails, and prep for deeper focus. That's followed by my creative block, usually 11 to 2, which I guard like it's sacred. This is when I edit, write blog posts, plan new content, or work on course material. No email, no Slack, no multitasking. Teaching moment here. If you don't know your creative window yet, track your energy for a week. Notice when your brain is most focused, when you feel sharpest, and when your motivation dips. That info is gold. You don't have to match my rhythm. You just need to find yours. Afternoons are my admin zone. That's when I schedule social media, update invoices, check in on workflows, and finish tasks that are easier to manage when my brain is a little more tired. Then I do a brief wrap up at the end of the day to review what's done, adjust anything that didn't happen, and set up tomorrow's plan. Some days it goes off script, life happens, but this rhythm protects me more than any checklist ever did. Let me walk you through an example day that actually happened last week. It was a Wednesday. I started with coffee, of course, non-negotiable. I spent 20 minutes in my planner reviewing my key priorities, which were finish editing a family session, prep a mini session promo email, and respond to one new inquiry. That's it. I had other things on my list, but those were my three anchors. From 10 to noon, I edited uninterrupted. I turned off notifications and focused. I took a short break after, grabbed lunch, and by 1 p.m., I was writing the promo email. I wrapped that by 2:15 and used the rest of the day to check in with clients and do some admin cleanup. Did I do everything I could have? No, but I got my priorities done, and that's what moves a business forward. Not the noise, the priorities. Another key shift: I now organize my week by focus area. Mondays are for planning, inquiries, and prep. Tuesdays and Wednesdays are for editing. Thursdays are for marketing and visibility. Fridays are flexible, used for catch-up, client gifts, or creative projects. This helps me avoid decision fatigue and ensures each part of my business gets consistent attention. Mini tip: if you struggle with multitasking, block time for different hats. You don't have to wear them all at once. Don't edit and email and market and blog in the same hour. Let each have its time, but we're not done yet. There's still more I want to share, like how I deal with unexpected disruptions, how I keep momentum when my day falls apart, and how I've built a sustainable, energy-conscious workflow that actually works with real life, not just the perfect version of it. Some days really do fall apart. You get a call from a client with a last-minute emergency, your kid is home sick, your editing software crashes mid-export. Old me would panic, try to power through, push everything down the list until I felt like I had no control at all. New me does something different. I reset. I reset by pausing, stepping away from the screen, getting grounded again. I keep a short list taped near my desk called Re-Entry Rituals. It has 5 things that help me regroup. Take a walk around the block, make a cup of coffee and step outside, read one paragraph from a book I love, brain dump what's on my mind, and do one quick physical task like folding a blanket or watering a plant. Each one is simple, but each helps me shift gears back into intention. Another real-life moment. A couple weeks ago, I had a session reschedule, a sick dog, and a 4-hour tech fail, all in one day. I scrapped my plan. I made tea. I did one admin task that still gave me momentum, then I closed the laptop. I let it be enough. That's growth. The other tool I use constantly, my minimum viable day. That's the lowest effort version of my workflow that still counts. If all else fails, what's the one thing that protects momentum? Maybe I just send a gallery link. Maybe I move a task on the calendar with a quick note to myself. Maybe I text a client back with a kind, clear reschedule. One thing, not all the things. This kind of self-compassion-based planning has helped me stay consistent, even through burnout, life transitions, and surprise tech issues. It's not about pushing harder. It's about creating systems that support you even when you're at 40%. So how do you build a daily workflow that fits your business? Start with the 4 main categories most photographers juggle: editing, communication, marketing, and admin. Don't try to do it all every single day. Instead, pick 1 or 2 high-impact tasks from each of those categories that feel essential for the week. Just a few, not 20. You're not here to be a superhero. You're here to run a sustainable business. Once you've identified those core actions, start blocking your week by themes. Think of it like assigning energy zones. For example, dedicate Tuesdays and Wednesdays to editing, deep focus work that requires fewer interruptions. Thursdays could be your marketing day, drafting posts, updating your blog, pinning your content. Save admin for late afternoons or slower hours when your energy naturally dips. The goal isn't to rigidly schedule every minute. It's to guide your focus so you're not constantly switching gears. Sidebar tip: your business isn't Amazon. You don't need to deliver overnight. Build breathing room into your workflows. Pad your delivery timelines. Leave a little extra space in your schedule. Your nervous system will thank you. Your creativity will too. Want a real-world example of this in action? Last week, I knew I had a full-day shoot on Wednesday and wouldn't be able to edit, so I blocked Monday for planning and emails, Tuesday for editing, prep, and culling, Wednesday for the shoot, Thursday for post-shoot admin and social updates, and Friday for finishing up edits and sending out previews. That structure didn't just help me stay on track, it kept me calm because I wasn't guessing what needed to happen each day. I already had a roadmap. Every day doesn't need to be productive, but it should feel purposeful. I also highly recommend creating a done for the day signal. For me, it's closing my laptop and tidying my desk. For you, it might be stepping outside, playing music, turning off notifications. That clear boundary helps your brain reset and reinforces that you are done. No guilt required. Once you've lived in your new rhythm for a week or two, do a soft review. What flowed well? What felt forced? Where did things fall apart? And what helped you get back on track? This isn't about being rigid. It's about noticing what works and building from there. You can also grab my daily workflow template if you want a visual starting point. It includes space to plan your blocks, list out your categories, and note your re-entry rituals and minimum viable day fallback. You can find it inside the Savvy Shutterbug Resource Hub, along with my full system building mini course if you're ready to go deeper. The truth is, you don't need more hours in the day. You need to protect the hours you already have. You need flow, not frenzy. And you're allowed to design a business that supports your energy instead of draining it. If this resonated, pass it along to a fellow creative who might be stuck in the cycle of chaos. We don't talk enough about how creatives need systems too, especially ones built with kindness, flexibility, and real life in mind. You've got this. And if you're looking for more clarity, structure, or a place to begin, check out the blog post that goes along with this episode, or grab the free download. I'll be back soon with more grounded strategies for building a photography business that actually fits your life, not just your to-do list.